Hi, thanks, Brendan. Yeah, so I'm doing some writing basically, okay? And here's some of the. It's kind of the same stuff over and over again. My vocabulary is slightly limited, but basically, you know, I've got sort of these kind of crazy stuff. I'm gonna say this is the crazy stuff, but backside secret. My invention stuff. So and it gets even crazier right here. Watch this. So basically, it's sort of like I don't know. Okay, so me, Mr. B, Brennan, I've been studying theoretical philosophy for a long time, okay, before I even knew it in a sense. My dad studied philosophy and stuff, and I spent eons with him, you know, oh, dig a hole over there, okay, you know. And I grew up in Santa Cruz, California, so this is actually not a very American type thing. This is sort of an expat Americans go over to California to say, ah ha ha, you know, I'll invent Facebook or invent all kinds of crazy things that, you know, the same thing as China going capitalist, you know, kind of crazy explosion, you know, pollution, who knows what, and so they've been studying this science for this, basically sociology, okay, so I went to Europe and had an epiphany. I said, oh, there it is, the one thing that I could not put my finger on back in the States, either the West Coast or the East Coast. I was on the East Coast many times independently. And so studying these things, and so basically sociology becomes, this many times, it's like the scales of justice. This one right here, I don't know if I showed this one earlier. This is so this is this in-depth thing about the scales of justice, about how there are two beams. So there are the beams that you see, and then you are one beam in the present, and then in the distance there's the future. And so these are actually two beams that you are actually potentially can sort of orbit, right? And so basically, because you only see one beam, the horizontal, the one that kind of you know, follows your eyes. The other one is sort of basically, so on one side you have the obvious, and the other side you have the questions, or the algebra, or something, you know, the variable where the incoming is happening. And so on that side, or on the other side, I'm not sure exactly here yet, there's like a spinning mirror, a whole bunch of mirrors that are spinning, and you are the light, okay? So you're seeing those mirrors spinning, and it is reflecting back at you, and so that creates your present of what is being changed by one of those sides of the scale. So one is a known quantity, and the other side is an unknown quantity, and that unknown quantity is spinning, and so you can see it sort of like a strobe light. You're saying, what is, you know, measuring that distance, and so then you are the beam, and then the other beam is sort of that future beam, which is general happiness, which is easy. So basically, when technology is easy, humanity gets better. Life, everything gets better. But technology has to be easy, and yet it also has to be sort of grooved so that you're in the right location, the right groove, the right domain, so that you are creating. You're cleaning my shirt for Christmas. Okay, so you have to be in that right domain to. So you're not like trying to jump lanes or anything like that. This is so that's the scales of justice on those. So I'm trying to explain that, like University of Notre Dame, because my grandfather gave a bunch of money to them, and I'm trying to say, oh hey, I'm over here, you guys. I made a discovery, and they're like, bah! You're not Catholic enough for me, you know. It's like, bah! You know, the fighting Irish, all they want is violence and political sort of, you know, let's go to Vietnam, you know, holiday in Cambodia, you know, you know, right-handed type of thing that the West Coast you do not want to know about. I mean, Jesus Christ, the crown of thorns. It's almost funny. That's the funny thing, is that it's almost funny. So anyways, okay. So that the two beams. One is the sociology, and it is the bottomless pit. So you're looking, and basically you're looking for someone who is in limbo, and this happens in the New World. And in one case, left on left, it's very obvious. Jimi Hendrix, drugs. Kurt Cobain, left-handed people who grew up in West America, whereas left-handed people who come to West America bounce like a mother. Okay, so this is tragedy in that, and sort of dissonant. Sort of some of the stuff in writing. Dissonance, I can't remember it all now here. I'm reading the wrong way here. So basically cognitive dissonance, but basically all kinds of dissonant consumption, political dysfunction, cognitive corruption, polluted conjunction. So basically, you're just looking for a statistic, a wedge. The devil says, "What wedge? What's the matter? What? It's all good." Sort of manifest destiny's fantasy that everything is hunky dory. There's no problems. Health care is something that's not an issue, or a substance, or a location, or a tradition, your history, is that where you're safe, are you, can you see the mirror type thing, the future and the present. The incoming is, I suppose it's like the past, because we all came from somewhere. Okay, so on that one scale, on the scale, on the one side you have the bottomless pit, sociology, looking for someone in limbo, someone who's unstable, who's either saying, go for it, there's a bouncer here and I'm sinking in, Oops, that's my screen. And then also the east on east, which is sort of a cognitive dissonance. We want to say there's no problem. It's it's only when it's highly quantified. East on east. If you study my sociology in net, this quantification that same town, the same country, Asia, directly to the East Coast. It's rare. It's as rare as autism in Korea. That's how it's like as rare as left-handedness in England, okay, or Italy, or Germany, or even Japan has left-handed people. So it's like the West, okay, left on left. Africa, they have left-handed people. Only Taiwan, basically. And so if your parents came from the same town in Asia and went directly to the East Coast, the East on East, and you're sort of, you're trying to say, oh, complementary culture, no, or yes. It's not. The words, those are for tying knots and sort of saying, aha, I obey law, type of. Okay, on the other scale, bottomless pit, you guys, like, don't look, the bottomless pit, right? You fall in, you have to go for it, The other side of the Tower of Power, and this is all this junk that we buy, all the technology, all the fantastic stuff, and so I'm working on these inventions because basically I have to work on physically technical, concrete, engineering type of concepts to keep it balanced, the sociology and the technology. The engineering paradigms, they're the same as sociology, right? Okay, so and so I'm working on the vehicle of the future, and this is something that I'm very I'm excited about because it has nothing to do with sociology. It's all hardware, okay? So the software does fit. If it all fits, it's a universal fitting thing. It's sort of like fist, meat hole, not fist. You have to, okay, so it's sort of like, what is it? Hand, meat, pocket, But it's a universal type software and hardware. So it's this unified social theory that seeks, technology easy, to make technology easy, to make it so literally a monkey could use the vehicle of the future. And you know, that is saying a lot. It's like a 4-year-old, right? Using the vehicle of the future. So therefore you need software to say, let's say the monkey, he's going to the zoo, the child, he's going to school, and making sure that that's going to work, and it's not going to be like some sort of takeover. The monkey decides, I'm going to the liquor store, or something like that, you know, because what monkey does is want to go to the liquor store, you know. So I'm trying to do this prototyping thingy, and I'm lost. That's because I grew up in Santa Cruz. There are no directions. They say go west, young man. And in Santa Cruz, west that's the end of the world. Which incidentally, just the day before yesterday, I went to the end of the world, Tarif, and I stood there. I saw a Burger King down the block, and I sat there in the corner. I knew I shouldn't stand at a corner with a giant suitcase. Okay, giant suitcase completely filled with with silver dollars. Okay, €2 coins. Right? I have them all in my suitcase. All 500 pounds. That's it. So yeah, and then I walked away. I went, the coast, not sane, crazy people at the coast. Completely. The night before I went to the beach, and it was like crazy girls. Yikes! Whoa. So I'm trying to navigate this stuff and be a sort of a balanced type of person, but who is carrying like screen went down. It's sort of like the heavens, and then you look at the map and you say, look, that's when you were born. So the heavens, you know, looking at a map, an atlas of the map, you know, the world, is it round, is it square, what is what, and that's what I'm proposing is the software that answers what is what, without the youthful indecision, because this happens, okay? People who know that there's something wrong and want to confront that problem are often sort of paralyzed because of a geographic imbalance. And so the whole what is what, you know, how does it fit? How does the Tower of Power fit into the bottomless pit? I think that's overboard. See, that is overboard. Yes, completely overboard. Like, there's land, swim, you know, type of all or nothing, do or die sort of clarity. I have a funny mustache. It was funnier the other day. So I'm trying to like do this stuff, and I've been working intensively on it. I've been walking like 5 miles a day for last night. I kind of lost my sort of balance, but so I have a little bit. It's connected, yeah. So this is just this deep philosophy that it's all about me, okay? Okay, so it's about me. Okay. So went to the doctor like it was like 5 years ago. It was like sort of like, you know, paralyzed sort of paranoid. I grew up in Santa Cruz. Okay, so that's like you can deny. You know, the beginning of denial starts at the beginning. So that's how you pull that thread. So denial. You know, kind of like sewing up denial. So then you say, yeah, complete denial. Sort of sealing that seam that I'm always writing about sort of basic subjects, right? Sort of the needle and the thread that is the tear in the fabric itself, the weave, the machine that does the fabric. Without that, you are in a traditional community which generally takes care of itself, but doesn't have that global production sort of wealth. Pardon me. And this is what you call a redneck, I guess. It's I've been going so nuts. It's a where's back here, right? Actually, I have a double tan from a shirt I kind of put on my head. Okay, so I'm trying to find a university, and like I said, I went to the doctor and he said, "Oh, well, maybe we could put number 1 and number 2 together." And he said, I was explaining my condition with my something or another, the map atlas, and my sort of thumbs. It's very horrible. And he said, "Oh, that's not going to fix your thumbs." And I don't care about my thumbs. It's when I look at stuff. It's all about me. When I look, when I use my eyes, I start feeling nuts. It's probably the sunburn and the fresh orange juice probably can help. But so he said, "No, that's a horrible solution. You hate to have that." And I was kind of like, "Okay, well, he made eye contact with me for like 5 seconds, and I was like, "Why, what about me?" And so I can't decide. It was like, and then I had to like leave, and then they're like, "Oh, you want that?" And I just want a solution, because the more I look, the more sort of fearsome I feel. I feel like no one's gonna. I say I'm from Santa Cruz, you pay for that, type of thing. So now I say, I am from Russia, I am from Russia. So, to hell with California, hell with America, because California doesn't exist in their hearts. It only exists in their sort of remote control. As is played out in, the great dictator that's, seemed funny at first, but in the end, you're kind of like, oh, Jesus, what happened there? So, I hope this all makes it onto the internet. I've been working intensively on these. It's kind of a fast pace. It's kind of like a fast-paced sort of inertia, sort of like I'm not moving at all. My mind sort of, the wheels are turning, so this is why the big wheel, the big, heavy thoughts, the big mind and the little wheels. So until I have that solution to whatever it is crossing my eyes, I guess, I'm not really green enough to go to a university, so I just have to write the poetry and stuff like that. And hopefully there's some solution where I can have that, that horrible solution, so that I can make eye contact without, like, the more I use my eyes, the more sort of my neck, head hurts. I know there's people out there, there's a lot of twisted, I grew up, like I said, in Santa Cruz, California, and there are a bunch of weird people there, people who no one liked in America, so they went to California because they wanted to laugh at the wrong things, liberate themselves. And so I grew up exposed to that sort of foolishness, and so there was a scapegoat, the Far East, they're the not the left-handed ones, or the other ones, the ones who are occasionally ignorant to low quality products, and that's why they want to sell all this plastic stuff, scrape off your shoe type of, and they are trying. This is what China is really cool, that they're very humane people, and yet they have technology that they want to use the same way America industrial Sweden, Britain, I guess Germany messed it up. And America didn't let people who were undesirable into the country in the old days. That's why America is what it is, and not polluted as morally or ethically as it could be. So that that's a possibility. We have a future now. We could be. So that would be just beautiful, wouldn't it? So you see the sarcasm, sort of the cracking sort of tectonic sort of understanding the needle and the thread. What are you going to do? Are you going to expose things? Do you sort of? That's why we need the decision machine in the vehicle of the future to enable it to get people in the right place, get the scales the right way, to do everything, and yet nothing, because you're not saying, oh, you must do this. That is not what's in the greater mind of functionality. I'm trying to do good stuff for the world, okay, and it's really tricky, very, very, very tricky to get it just to present it without seeming sort of off color, off shape, or whatever, completely sunburned. That'll scare everyone, right? So, okay, and you have some life, I don't know if it's a joke. So, yeah, I'm trying to make a perfect balance, okay? I'm trying to make a perfect balance out of the world, and I have these highly simplified solutions that are, you don't want to say, oh, I'm with them or I'm with them or something like that, because that's sort of the complete insanity path. But I'm with number one. Okay, and that's not funny at all. It's hilarious. Okay, so I'm going to find a beautiful woman and bore her to death. Okay, thank you.